Why is the high-grade Gundvolva one of my favorite all-time grunt kits? We'll stick around and find out. Diving straight into the unboxing, we're taking a quick look. This is a Witch from Mercury kit, and yes, you did see the tag on it. I got this from the store that shall not be named. Hobby Lobby. A quick look around of the kit itself. As you can see, just some pictures of the actual Gundvolva and just a couple description of Witch from Mercury. You can see there's not a lot of runners when you open it up, but that's okay. It comes together extremely well. And you can anticipate a phenomenal build being a Witch from Mercury kit. As you can see some of the details in the build itself, a little bit more complexity than you would initially expect for a high grade. Diving straight into the runners, we will take a look. As you can see, runner A has a little bit of black clear that will cover up that nice piece on the chest and nice purple. There's a little bit of interior parts for this. I wouldn't say it's a full frame, absolutely not a full frame, but a little bit of good detailing that adds up to it that will make this kit just look great. And a quick look, there's the decals, not that many, and you do have a choice on the smaller one. Just the overall profile look of the kit, you can see it is just streamlined, it looks so good, a lot of details, and honestly, this kit is just a phenomenal build, but we'll get to that a little bit later as we move into the articulation. Right here, the head is a double ball joint, and you can see it's actually an offset double ball joint, so you have nice movement in the neck along with the actual up and down of the head for some of those nice action poses. As you can see, that 360 spin for the exorcist look, you got it right there. The shoulder is on a C-clamp, double C-clamp, so you can actually fold it all the ways up. Right there is about the range that will go all the way up for the arm as well. Then you actually have a ball joint right here in the shoulder that allows it to come out and add more of that, option for posing as well. And 360 spin right there at the upper bicep, just a simple peg that slots right onto the upper shoulder portion. Single bend in the elbow, and then right there, it's still all right though. See a little bit of cleanup on the panel line I need to do. A nice ball joint right there at the wrist. I will give you forewarning, those covers for the hands do have a tendency to pop off. It's my son lost one, but it's what it is. So moving into the actual torso, you can do a full clear 360 spin there as well. And a little bit of an ab crunch as well. It is on a ball joint, kind of offset again, just like the head, so you have some movement. And then the side skirts actually rest on a ball joint here that kind of rotates up and down. It actually sits on a swing portion that comes out too, that allows for more movement in the leg. Nice little feature so you can re-angle it. I found for me it was easier to take it off and then reposition it to get some of those articulation poses, some of the dynamic poses that you can do. You can see here there is some blocking with that out, but once you pull it out to the side, there's quite a bit more movement front, pulling all the ways up front there. So you can see right there, it still looks pretty good with the side skirt off to the side there. It kind of compensates for that a little bit. Pulling it backwards, there is a solid amount of bend backwards too. The side skirt, thankfully, is very, very long, but it's pointed outwards. That's where the thrusters are at. And a really good splits on this thing. I mean, it's up for a gymnastics gold medal, I'm just saying, guys. So getting into the knee bend, I absolutely love it. I love the contour of the leg kind of working into the lower portion of the contour up into the higher portion of the leg. Sits well together. And you can also see right there, man, it just have thought that bend I put into that portion of the leg right there, and it just bends in so well. I want to show this right here. I love the mechanics where the top of the knee actually bends up. And I think that's very nice because that adds to the articulation as well. Something you don't a lot of times find on a high grade. So moving down to the feet section right here, you can see the cover of the top of the foot is actually on a ball joint. It has some movement as well, but not a lot. And then you have the actual foot itself right there. You can see some swivel in it. It's on kind of like a barrel rotation. And then a heel right there. I will make a quick note. I didn't have this issue myself, but a lot of people complained about that section being awfully tight and breaking potentially. So just be aware of it. Moving on to the thrusters of the backpack, there are a couple nice movements with this. They sit on there on another ball joint as well, kind of pegs into it, but they have a lot of different angles you can swing into it. To the accessories, I absolutely love this shield. I'm going to show it first because I thought it was probably the best accessory that it actually comes with. You can see right here there is a lot of features with this, a lot of detailing with it, and then also I love the fact that that peg slides up and down and stays in that position too, so it slots onto the arm nice. Right there is the 2 beam saber hilts that's stowed away nicely in right there. It's just a small peg that slides right into the actual shield itself and holds firmly. Actually, the top portion right there actually has molded shaped to the actual beam sabers too, and it holds extremely well on there. I didn't have any issues with those. Here is some extra magazines just for a looks, I guess it would be, but it adds a nice little touch to the shields as well. And then for attaching, you actually have 2 slots, one on each arm. Technically it's on both sides of the arm, but just pegs right into it, holds firmly, nice and snug. Once it's in, you can rotate the shield quite a bit if you want to do a couple different poses if you want. There's a lot of options, and of course it slides up and down on that too without actually having to taking it off the Gundvolva. Now switching over to the carbine rifle, it is a very simplistic build, very thin, not my personal favorite weapon, but real quick, you only have one set of hands. It's the holding hands, and you can see it just a sandwich style. Then slap the backpack on there, and you're right there, slots right into the ball joint of the wrist. You can see very thin, and there is a single peg on that actual thing. You can see on both sides of the legs, on both legs, there is slots where you can peg this in. I didn't try the inner thigh. If you guys want to give it a shot, let me know if it actually pegs in there without any kind of blocks. And then going to the beam sabers, right there you can see where they're already stored at. I showed you on the shield, but looking at that beautiful beam effect, I absolutely love the blue that was molded in. And you get 2 if you want to use them for chopsticks like I typically do. Just kidding, I don't actually eat with these guys, but they look pretty. I would definitely buy some chopsticks that look just like those. Moving on to the final thoughts. Sorry, a little rant there, guys. First off, I highly recommend this kit for anyone that's getting into it. It's just a great kit all the ways around, simplistic build, and there's so much detailing that goes into this kit. I absolutely love the core chest right there with the black clear over top of a decal sticker. However, it is very manageable, and that black plastic covers up any kind of sticker that it shows. Again, absolutely gorgeous. You want to throw a little bit of panel lining on it, at least that's what I did to kind of make some of that part separation pop on this kit. I do absolutely love the detailing that went into the legs especially, and I just think that overall it's a very solid quality. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a thumbs up in the comment. Also subscribes, likes will help out my channel as well. I appreciate that, guys, and until